So similarly, when you have multiple devices, you need network. So you need to look about the network security also. So in this way, we need to start first always look about the operating system. The operating system should have under some understanding what kind of operating systems we have. Look about that first operating system everybody uses. We need to understand some operating systems. So majorly the people, at least 60 to 70% people might be using the office's Windows machine. So we need to understand this operating Windows. Microsoft started in 1975. Most of you people are not born by that time. Of course, Steve Ballmer, CEO, and Bill Gates, chairman. Of course, founded by Paul Allen and Bill Gates. And the original 11 members of Microsoft, maybe that Bill Gates, which we know popularly, this guy. And if you look into the first operating system came into the 1982 itself, 1985, based on the DOS, the Windows 1.0, MS-DOS, and also 92 Windows 2.0, 2.11. And most of our people doesn't know about these things in India. In 1994, some people, like in defense and other organizations, they were seeing this 1994. I'm talking about the members who are the employees, talking about the government employees. So some people may be seeing Windows 3.0, so Windows NT. Of course, even though I started my career in 2000s, I used this Windows NT because that Windows NT is still working in 2000s. Of course, 95, 98, 2000 onwards, I'm also try to, I'm involved in the Windows NT 3.0, 4.0 operating system. Windows 3.0, Windows 4.0 is nothing but NT. So Windows NT onwards, I have seen, but my career is started in 2000. So 2000 still Windows NT is available. Windows 2000 we started in only 2001, 2004 time frame. Of course, most of the people might have seen WinXP, Windows Vista, Windows 7, 8, 8.1, Windows 10. This is what you may be more popular with Windows machines. Now coming to that Windows Server versions, so where we started as I said, Windows Server NT 4.0 is the first server for me. I don't know about you, whether you know some of these versions or not, I don't know. So otherwise, if you are involved in managing these servers, maybe you have seen 2003, 2008 onwards. And if you look into the timeline, so where in the first operating system in 82s, 83s, 85s started to few people, but now there's almost Windows Server NT 10, where NT 4, there are 6 different versions that came at this moment in my career itself. The NT family OS first version released in July 1932 with 1993, a 32-bit version Windows, and this chip was taken from the Intel i860, code name as N10. So that's what NT is expanded to new technology for marketing. So there are 4 editions: server, workstation, server enterprise edition, terminal server, embedded. The most of the server which we use it for the database servers, workstations we use it for the client. The enterprise edition they released it because of the giving the more access to more people and more this one. Those days 256 MB, 512 MB is required. Of course, nowadays 256, 512 MB RAM, nobody can do anything. Even the operating system is not sufficient. Then 2000 editions like a professional server, advanced server, data center server is instituted because for the data center activities like Microsoft Exchange server, Microsoft SQL server, such kind of things for data center and advanced data center. So data center is single processor and multi-processor systems. So they use it in the enterprises. Then same way, cluster 3 when it is coming to there are 3 different things are came, and dedicatedly web services, and there is a storage servers, backup servers, small business and computer servers cluster. And when you want to be using the combination of 5 to 6 number of machines, the cluster can be also established with 2018. Similarly, high performance servers and Itanium based systems are introduced for high performance computing, like in Microsoft Azure and all. They were started for that. So if you look into about the comparison of these operating systems, so the major difference is that number of processors, CPUs, you can keep it. Data center up to 64 CPUs. Because by the time hardware is evolved for 64 CPUs, so that's what they introduced these operating systems. But only ARC swappable RAM can be done only through Windows operating system with the data center edition only. Cluster, you can have 16 machines, you can build that and and support the high performance services. Of course, terminal servers, so slowly they were integrated with all. There is no terminal server from NT onwards. The now latest version is 2019 of Windows Server operating system by Microsoft, developed concurrently with Windows 10 version, and it succeeded Server 2016 and announced in 2018, and being officially released to public in last October 2018. Of course, it is released to the clients from November 13 onwards, and its support can give 2024, and extended support will be given up to 2029. See, because every server is having the extended support to only maximum 10 years. So from there onwards, you need to buy different operating system. There won't be support is available. This is very important to understand. And the remaining services and all, I'm not understanding this. I'm not discussing here. Is not the scope of that. So you may be using for different purpose of these operating systems. But however, we look about that parallelly Linux operating system also, where installation of Ubuntu Linux, because it is very much required, this Linux, and there is a Kali Linux is also available. If possible, you can install. Then how to install? Then I will try to explain those things within after this thing. And if you want to establish a lab at your place, then definitely you can do that. Download the image of Kickstart DVD of Ubuntu Linux. You can download the image directly from ubuntu.com.download. But look about the versions where that applications which are supporting, which you are planning for future, you have to download those versions. And there are stable version and upcoming version. It is always suggest you to install stable services when you are posting these applications to the public, because stable versions gives a lot of patches along with patches, and even though the proof of concept working has been done, that's what stable versions always useful. And if you wanted to in future, if you wanted to have some kind of a requirement of same operating system rather than downloading and all, so always image into DVD insert. If you have a DVD piece, firstly you are installing, or otherwise you require some kind of an operating system to download and through directly installing image, boot image and all. Once you install, there is a file structure, because in it everything is a file. A directory is also file. A combination of anything like a printer is also file, hardware is also file, directory is also file. So entire is the file only. So /bin is the binary applications. If any applications, executable files which are running, that is what /bin. /boot files are required for booting, only the booting of the operating system. If everything, the device related files would be available, like in a driver of display, driver of USB, driver of printer under devices. ETC is about everything is on configuration of your file system, and ETC is that one of the important for system admins and security admins to configure the things. Let's say one of the example, rc.d contains a number of shell scripts that run on scripts would be available. And boot up at a different run levels also would be there in this file. And home locally stored user files and folders. Basically, that user who is using different users, different home, the folders of names of that user IDs would be under home. If anything, system libraries, because every service there is a dependence of these other services, other libraries. So that would be there in the lib library. And of course, media like your CD-ROMs, digitals, cameras, etc., would be part of the media folder. So this is a root. That is, slash is the root structure. Under slash, there would be boot, device, etc. would be there, and each and every is like a hierarchical structure, and the files and would be the part of each and every that structure based this one. Sometimes what happens, these are all like when you connect the USB, automatically mounts, and you can see that in Windows machine automatically on desktop it comes. So it's like a mounting, so that there is no need of every time driver and all. So that mounting such kind of file systems would be available in Linux / under mount. OPT optionally, suppose let's say if you are other than the operating system, whatever the applications are coming, if other than those applications, if any third-party application you are planning to install, this would be there on opt directory. And binaries may be there in the binary executable files, but system-related binaries, operating system-related binaries would be or there would be on /sb. And /sys contains information about the system itself. Your system file, your Linux system, what are the kind of Linux system, what kind of files are there, what kind of by default programs are there would be there in sys. And TMP is the temporary files. Like Windows also, when you are anything you download or anything, it creates a temporary file. If anything activity you are doing, it creates something on temp directory. The similar way, here TMP directory temporary files also there. And /user application mainly for regular users. Var is mainly logs, databases, etc. It is a very important folder with respect to the security /var, because whatever that logging, system security logging and event logging, everything under var. So for a security administrator, when it is coming Linux, var is the one of the important folder where that, because each and every, whether it could be application system, media, anything you look into that, and somebody network accessing your system, every log would be as part of var. And of course, the databases also would load directly on var itself. So that's what database security, when it is coming to database security, also will come under var.